Good evening. Welcome back to a drill instructor's journey. I look forward to being with you tonight, and I'm sure I'm live, or at least I'm hoping that I am live. I'm looking at the channel here now, and yeah, and there I am. I'm alive. So that's all that matters to this. I'm going to turn this off now and get what I need for tonight. Sorry, I'll be right with you. Okay, I'm again. It looks like I'm disorganized, but I don't mean to be. Uh, I I've had a busy day today. I've been up since 6 a.m. Eastern time, and for an old man, I think I'm doing pretty good for still being having enough energy to do what I'm going to do tonight. I'd like to say hello to my grandchildren or grandsons, Eli and Zayden. Papa Matt enjoyed you guys last week, and looking forward to going to see you next summer. Again, thank you, boys, and Papa Mac loves you very much. Tonight, I want to talk about the ability to overcome weakness, the ability to overcome not having confidence in yourself, the ability to want to improve your PT or your physical endurance. You know, Marines don't just go out and run 3 miles. It's something that we practice. We do it day after day after day, and every day we pick up that endurance to last, the ability to go on, the ability to go further than we thought we ever could go. And with endurance, I want to talk to you about courage. Uh, it takes courage to do what's right. Remember, it's always more, or it's always better to do the right thing and stand by it than to do nothing. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's talk about high school example. If you see somebody bullying another person, you're not there to stand by and watch that. Now, if you're not comfortable talking to that person or persons, then talk to somebody that has authority and have them observe what's going on with that person, how that young person is being treated. Now, courage comes in all different forms. I can't explain all of them, but all I know is that life itself takes courage, and the ability to grow. Uh, you know, talking about something that the Marine Corps is proud of. We talk about we Marines being family. Now, we come from all backgrounds, all cultures, all races. It's all colors. But a Marine is a Marine. It doesn't matter if it's male or female. And I said all that to say this. The Marine Corps teaches us to care for each other. In other words, you can say they teach us to love each other. And sometimes you can't maybe love the person, but you should be able to respect that person. Now, that leads me up to a person in my life that I met for the first time in October 1981. I had said this before, that I just went back on the drill field. And that one morning I met First Sergeant Moore. Now, the story that I plan on reading a little bit tonight is about First Sergeant Moore, which he retired as Sergeant Major Moore. And if there ever has been a man that has shown me how to mature and how to grow in all aspects of my life, it has been First Sergeant Major Moore. Now, that man will remain in my brain until the good Lord takes me home. Today, that man, First Sergeant Major Moore, lives at Parris Island, South Carolina, or in the Beaufort, South Carolina area. He is a pastor, and I never thought I would know that he was one, or it went that way until later in life. But that shows me how a person changes. Now, Pastor Moore, I have gone down and watched him preach, and I love the way he puts out God's Word. And the first day I met him, I didn't think I would ever truly like this man. Because, in a way, I want to say something that a lot of drill instructors are not going to like me for saying it. But, in a way, we are prima donnas. In a way, nobody can tell us anything. We know it all. But that's not true. That's not true. First Sergeant Moore taught us how to listen. He taught us how to speak in a certain way. He taught us how to be a professional, a drill instructor. Now, but that man, I will always and truly love him dearly. And one of my stories in my book is about First Sergeant Moore. And I could probably talk forever about this man. Some of the things I would tell you about this man you would not believe. So I'm not going there. But if you could ever fear someone and love someone at the same time, that is this man. I don't think I feared him in the way that he was going to hurt me. Maybe I feared him in the way that he would probably give up on me. That's probably how I really feel. I didn't want him to give up. I wanted him to continue to teach me that resilience, that endurance, that courage. And that man did so. Now, we drill instructors did that with our recruits. And we did that in a 13-week cycle. But anyway, I would like to read a little bit about First Sergeant Moore at the time. I'm going to just go and skip around reading, if I may, please. It was, let's see, this is what happened here. Well, my life changed forever. It was about to get exciting. Oh man, did it get exciting. That's enough said in that paragraph. In contrast, walking back to the platoon, I thought, how stupid, Wall, could I be? I embarrassed myself to death. I don't even want to talk about what I brought up to him. It was probably childish. But we had a meeting, and our first meeting with First Sergeant Moore will last me for a lifetime. Fox Company was having a meeting with First Sergeant Moore, the first one with our new First Sergeant. I was thinking during this meeting, this man, where is he from? He's not from Earth. Where did this man come from? That was my immaturity. I was just not thinking. It was the most extended meeting I have ever attended. This man could talk forever. And your eyeballs had better stay on him, because you never know when he's going to call your name and ask you a question. Well, we had that meeting, and we continued. We started training recruits in Fox Company. I picked my first platoon up in Parasolid, 2097. And I trained that platoon, and I graduated that platoon. First Sergeant Moore called me down to his office one day, and he said, Larry McNair? Oh man, I thought I had done it. I thought I had bit the bug. I said, yes, First Sergeant. He says, I'm going to headquarters Marine Corps. I said, oh, wow. And I'm going to leave you in charge of this company working with the drill instructors. I thought to myself, is that man talking to me? He says, I'll be gone for a few weeks, and I want you to treat these drill instructors the same way as I would treat the drill instructors, but I don't want you to be me, because you can't be me. Be yourself. Well, I tried. And I learned a lot from that few weeks that I was acting First Sergeant of F Company. I had courage, more courage than I thought, because I had to deal with over 70 drill instructors. And drill instructors are very strong-minded. They are very tunnel vision, and sometime I had to tell them things that they didn't want to hear. And I really didn't like telling them, but it had to be done. That's the courage. It had to be done. And I did so. And there was a few men in that company that would stay here. At the time, Staff Sergeant Feathers. At the time, Staff Sergeant Bowcook. At the time, Sergeant Wiggins. It was just, these guys will be a part of me forever. And there's other ones that's going to be a part of it. But I learned how to respect men that I thought were really trying to be something they weren't. And they were not. They were training recruits, because each platoon had the personality of their drill instructors. And every drill instructor has a different personality. And I respected that. And when the first sergeant came back, he asked me what was going on. And I told him, which he already knew. And I'm not going to tell you how he knew, but he already knew. And but he said, McNair, he says, I want to tell you one thing. He said, you did your best, and I respect that. And that's all I'm going to say about this subject. Well, I found out later, it was real late later. I think it was, he told me one Sunday I was visiting him at home after we had retired, that the captain of the company wanted to relieve me. And First Sergeant Moore said, there ain't no way. There ain't no way we're going to relieve that man. That man was doing his job. Enough said. Well, Sergeant Major Moore became the Sergeant Major of Recruit Training Depot, Parris Island, South Carolina. That is the highest office, leadership, that an enlisted person can hold. And that was Sergeant Major Moore. When he spoke, his people listened. And to this day, I still truly respect him. And Pastor Moore, if you're watching tonight, God bless you, and I love you. Well, it's been about 20 minutes. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to look at this book, and I want you to go to Amazon, and I want you to see what other readers have said about this book. And if you would like to purchase this book, you may do so. I can't make you do that. That's not my to do. But I want you, if you are listening to this channel tonight, I would like for you to subscribe. And my subscribers, I would like for you to keep putting the word out. And hey, I really would truly like to get new subscribers tonight. And I'm just looking forward to growing this channel. I'm going to probably try to set up an interview next week And it will go Monday night. I'm not going to plan anything else. I had to take my grandchildren and my son to the airport last night, so that postponed this until tonight. But I'm going to set up an interview, and I hope you will be present to hear and watch this interview. I thank you, and I do apologize, but I've got to stand up and I've got to stop the recording. Thank you for being with us, with me tonight. And may everything go your way, and may you have a good life. And one thing I want you to do, I ask that God may bless you.